Hi all. My path to Christ really got started back in South Africa. I was born in Ireland, but I lived in South Africa for most of my teens. And during that time, I was nominally Roman Catholic, but was involved with various youth groups and denominations. In fact, I vividly remember reading the following verse. Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Holy Ghost shall not be forgiven unto men. And whosoever speaketh a word against the Son of Man shall be forgiven him. But whosoever speaketh against the Holy Ghost, it shall not be forgiven him, neither in this world nor the world to come. Matthew 12:31 verse 32. Now, that struck me as pretty unequivocal. I think I was in the bath at the time, reading a little Gideon's New Testament. The recent blasphemy challenge by the Rational Response Squad reawakened this dormant memory. My God, how I was terrified. It was like being told not to think about a pink elephant in a yellow polka dot bikini. The more I tried not to say a word against the Holy Ghost, the more that kind of thing popped into my head. I thought I was possessed with demons or something, and in fact I had a few demons driven out at the time, or so I was told. I don't really recall suppressing the terror, but I must have done it at some point. Yet the threat of hellfire, I suspect, as well as a normal and innate human desire to do well and be liked, kept me focused on my spiritual life. I hosted a study group for a while, and I continued to read the Bible and related literature, all the while expanding my knowledge and experience of all things godly. At the time, I was involved with a charismatic denomination and spoke in tongues, and I prophesied, and I even prayed for the sick. I looked forward with enthusiasm to the return of Jesus, and read with delight of the introduction of barcodes in supermarkets, because I was a tech geek even then, and how this was the technology that Satan would harness for the Antichrist, so that he could, and I'm quoting now, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads. Revelations 13 verse 16. For the current generation of end-timers, RFID tags are an even more exciting prospect. I mean, you see, RFID tags can be implanted in your hand and in your forehead. Think about it. Yeah? He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Creepy. Yet, the world faces real problems, and humanity is at a crossroads. Either we eliminate the scourges of war, nationalism, and religion, or they will eliminate us. Our weapons have become so powerful that even a minor misstep in the delicate choreography of diplomacy could lead to tens of thousands or even millions of deaths. We can no longer afford to nurture the fervent and irrational hatreds that are spawned by unchecked in-group, out-group thinking. Religion is the most virulent and deadly form of this madness. The very fact of the real precariousness of our situation actually heightens and lubricates the excitement and tension of nearing apocalypse for the true believer. Harboring the idea that the world is going to end in war, famine, and pestilence, when these things actually threaten, gives one a sense of secret knowledge, of being part of an elite cadre, and has the deadly potential to become self-fulfilling prophecies. These people commit a kind of treason against their species, conspiring with a non-existent yet deeply malevolent God to harness, focus, and trigger the worst of our evolutionary baggage to destroy us all. Now, that sounds kind of crazy, right? Yet, here's something even crazier. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Revelations chapter 6 verse 8. If aliens ever invade this planet, their best strategy would be to claim to be Jesus returning. Half the American public would betray their fellow humans and immediately side with the invader. More anon.